All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream from the new shop. I'm very excited and happy to be here and to finally gotten to this point. And I'm not going to say it's been a long time, you know, waiting, however you want to say it, because good things take time to happen. All that matters is that eventually it does happen, and it has happened. So here we are. But most importantly, I hope you all are doing well today. Find yourselves, just having a good day, good health, good spirits. And yeah, it's a beautiful day here in California. It's been pretty hot these days. I mean, we're kind of in the midst, in the middle of summer right now, so that is to be expected. But it's been pretty hot. Yesterday it was what, high 80s, almost 90. Right now I checked the weather and it's high 70s, almost 80 degrees. So much love to everybody. We got Dicas do Cabral says, maravilla de video para ver. Basically, he's saying just, I couldn't really understand it. I think it's Brazilian, Portuguese, possibly. But he's just saying that, like great videos, essentially. So, saludos a Dicas. We also got LBV in the house. Says, we about to witness greatness. My friend, I appreciate the kind words and the positivity as always, and all of the continued love and support, not only from you, but from everybody that, that is here and that has been riding along this journey with us, and everybody who is a part of our channel, and everybody who just takes time to, watch the videos, come and hang out, and hang out with us on the live streams, and yeah, just thank you to all. And now that I'm in this new shop, it's still a work in progress, but now that I'm here with the blessing of this shop and this space and the house that I'm at now, it's time to just make use of it, so that is the plan, to, just keep doing what we've been doing. Most importantly, treat people right, do good work, be kind to others, be honest, kind of like the Buck and Billy saying, work hard, be kind, be honest, or be kind, whatever the saying is. I have it on our channel. And just, do right by others. And, like my grandma always tells me, do good and good things will happen. Do bad and, have a hard time, so we just got to keep it going. We got to keep the hustle going. But LBV, hopefully you're doing well out there, man. We got Manish. Not sure what's going on there, but Manish, hopefully you're doing well and you find yourself doing well and good health. We got George Sperber in the house. George, welcome. Much love to you. Happy Friday. Hope you find yourself doing well as well. Says, that's right. Talk to me. So the plan for this live stream was to start working on a saw that I have here. It's Alonzo's 044, which which is right here. So this is the first saw on the new bench in the new shop. So basically what's going to go on here is what I was going to do today was just to start cleaning it up because it's a little dirty. And you guys know that we really enjoy cleaning saws here, and that's just what we do. This is a red lever 044. Some may say that means nothing. Some that does mean something. What does mean something though is that this is a slant fin 044. Slant fin mean that the cylinder fins are slanted, and so basically what that means and what that indicates is that this is a 12 millimeter piston, and from what I understand, they're the most sought after top ends for these 044s. So this is what that is. So like I said, I was going to start cleaning it up, get it ready for its new parts. It runs. All it needed was some carburetor work, a little cleanup, some new parts like clutch cover, and I think it was also getting a new shroud or something like that. Alonzo already has, I believe he got it a Egan straight shot muffler for it, and then I was just gonna do a couple little things too, like clean it up, do the carburetor work. He's going to throw on the Egan straight shot muffler. I was also going to replace, or I am going to replace this tank vent. As you can see, the line is just rotted and dried out, and just it's not even intact anymore. But I'm not going to be doing the cleaning today, which I do feel bad about, because I did tell him about a week ago, like, hey man, like, you know, I'm going to start working on your saw on my next days off, which was yesterday and today. But yesterday I spent most of the day out here getting the new shop cleaned up, and, you know, the woman who I rent the house from, you know, had some stuff in the garage, which that's what this is. It's a garage, but you know, it's already got the workbench, and I'll show you guys in a little bit, you know, what the setup looks like. I still have a little bit of work to do because I have some stuff back over here. I need to find a better chair or stool, although I'm going to be doing a lot more standing, because this bench, it's the height of it is not too high or not too low, so I can stand and do saw work, which for those of you that remember or know, you know, that's something that I kind of wanted, you know, because sitting is great, but it's nice to be standing, and I feel like productivity could be a little bit better when you stand sometimes, and either way, too much sitting is no good, you know. So anyways, and it's a sizable bench. I'll show you guys. So this is the first saw that we're going to be working on here, but the reason I'm not going to start the cleaning is because I am missing a very important part to our cleaning process, and that is the crocodile cloths. You guys already know how I feel about those, and I feel kind of silly not having those, but they're back at my girlfriend's house, and I forgot to get them yesterday when I went over for dinner. So I'm just gonna wait until I have everything and then do it all in one haul, because I kind of hate starting something, then having to walk away from it, and then having to come back. So there is a good chance Alonzo will watch this live stream. So Alonzo, man, I apologize, but that's just kind of what it is right now. So basically what we're going to be doing, George Sperber says, life, love, money, girls, and weed. Hey, you know, I'm all for the life, love, money. I have a great woman. So I used to smoke weed. It's been about, oh man, I'm coming up on a year that I haven't smoked weed. It's just a personal choice, and you know, I smoked weed for a very, very long time, just numerous years, basically since I was in middle school. like 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. And just decided one day, I said, you know what? I feel like shit, doesn't do anything for me. Tolerance is super high. And I was buying the best of the best and blah, blah, blah. And anyways, long story short, it's been about a year, almost a year since I've kicked that habit, and I feel great. So anyways, so what I'm going to be doing right now is basically just as usual, mumbo jumbo, but I'm still kind of getting the workbench set up as far as, you know, what tools I'm going to put up, and just like get my tools and stuff all kind of organized and situated, because I have quite a bit. But let me show you guys, let me give you guys a little tour. So from the outside looking in, so there's my makeshift stool or chair for now. So that is the workbench. There was a lot of stuff on this side here. I swept it all up. What I basically did was I moved everything for now over to this side. None of that's my stuff. So that's my landlord's stuff, which she said I can move and basically do what I need to do in here. And you know, big thank you to her for allowing me to, excuse me, set up shop here. And you know, she wasn't using the space, nobody else is using the space, so to her it's like, you know, she was excited as far as having the space used up. So, but that's the quote unquote shop side. And much love to Andre. CG says hello CG, much love to you, happy Friday. I'm not too concerned about this stuff over here. It's not in the way. I just need, this was the most important part. There's plenty of space here to do what I need to do. So there was just a few things underneath the bench, some stuff on top of the bench. Of course, it was all, you know, dirty and dusty because nobody was in here using the space. So I moved everything over here. Like the paint cans, everything here, I moved over here to this side, try to put it in a nice little pile. And so this is it. It's perfect. I mean, it's perfect. You know, I went from my grandfather's tiny shed, which we did a lot of great things in that shed, to my girlfriend's backyard. And now we're here. It's got lights, electrical. I have a nice little 4-outlet setup here for power. Pegboard. There was more pegs. There was a bunch of random pegs, which I put them over there. I just left the ones that I'm going to use right now. I'm going to add more and laid them out how I wanted them to be laid out. The American flag was already here, but we definitely have to keep that. And then this side over here, so these pegs is for bars, chains up to 20 inches. I measured it all out. And then this side is for bars and chains 25 up to 36 inch. So I can just hang everything there. And there's a lot more space to hang up tools and whatnot. So like I said, I might need a few more pegs, but I have almost all the essentials here. It just feels weird because I don't have the crocodile cloths here yet, but those are probably going to go maybe, I don't know, somewhere over here or something. And then plenty of bench space. So this mat right here is 2 feet wide by what, maybe 3 feet. So the bench is 2 feet wide and maybe what, 8 feet long, maybe 10. Either way, plenty of space. LBV says dub landlord for sure, man. She's you know, I've only been here, so got this old school Jeep here that is not mine. That is her son's. And then this is the home. Has a really cool sunroom. Best of all, half-acre lot backyard. I believe that's a cottonwood tree that I'm eventually going to take down for her. At least this half of it. It has a fallen limb, and it's just growing all kinds of which ways. This sunroom's really cool. She's like, I need to figure out something to do with it. That's actually my room right there. Really nice side yard, really nice house. So I got very, very lucky to have found this place and to now call it home. Some wood. So anyways, so this is where we're at, guys. This is it. So as far as the shop goes, it's basically just going to be this half for now, because this is way too much space for me. I mean, I have a lot of stuff as far as saws, right now, all personal saws except for Alonzo's 044. That is a lot of space. I still have my storage unit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring saws over in batches instead of having everything here. And even though we were talking about it again yesterday, and she's like, you could bring stuff here. There's plenty of space, but I don't want to, it's just a lot. Once everything is here, it looks crazy. I mean, you guys should see the storage unit. It's crazy, but everything is all going to stay. It's definitely not in my way. That's not even her bird cage, but this is it. This is where we're going to be having some fun. LBV says that's a beautiful house she has. No, most definitely. It's in a great area, beautiful neighborhood. I think, well, it doesn't really matter about the value. I mean, I'm sure you guys could probably guess it's has a nice value, and hopefully one day, I can maybe own something like this or whatever, So anyways, I have somewhere to go at 2. I got to leave a little bit before 2 o'clock. So what I'm going to basically do right now is just go through some more stuff, just because I'm all situated, ready to get to work, except for the crocodile claws. But I just have a few more things that I want to go through, and just because everything has been in storage, and it's cool to have a lot of stuff, but then when you have to go through it and organize it and basically do like a inventory check and just go through stuff, it's fun, but it can be a little overwhelming. And I got the sniffles, but it's all right. So brand new bar. This is what I'm going to run on my 2511. Once I get it all put back together, it's already modified to be able to mount on the 2511, and that can actually be the first bar that's going to go onto our bar section. Look at that. Perfect. Wow. Let's check it out. Look at that. All right. So nothing too exciting right now. I mean, this is exciting, to be in this space now and to be here. But as far as what I'm going to be doing, it's nothing that exciting. Just going through. Just going through some stuff. But yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well out there today, man. That you guys have all had a good week, and that you all have a good weekend ahead. Okay, so I think this is the 200T carburetor. So this is from that bin of parts that we went through last week. I just brought some of the stuff over that I know that I'm gonna start using soon. There's the 2511 carburetor that needs some parts. Man, let's see. So this is for, I haven't ran this part number yet, but I'm pretty sure I could use this on Big Bertha, which is, I know a lot of you probably already know what Big Bertha is, but that's my 661. So that's that. So this I don't need right now. These I don't need right now. This is all just Dremel bits. And I picked up this little compartment box from work the other day. And so on the to-do list is I want to go through all of the leftover parts and spare parts that I have, all the used stuff, hardware, especially mainly the hardware. That's what I want to go through first, because as you guys know, hardware is very important. And so that's what I bought this for, is to kind of organize screws and nuts and washers and whatever else. But I think for right now, I'm going to start using this for well, everything's already in here, so let's go through this. Some screwdrivers. I already have a new flathead screwdriver that's going to be my tuning screwdriver, but I'll probably keep these around for now for a little bit. Hiccups. Quarter-inch socket adapter for a DeWalt. I'm not going to use this. I'll probably end up selling this because I like my Milwaukee stuff. Metric sockets. I already have the standard sockets in my tool bag. Piston compression ring. I'll put that over here. I think I have one more, the bigger one, but essentially now I have the whole set. So boom, those are important. These cutting wheels, I don't know, I might keep as a spare, but I have a new Dremel bit set that has, the better cutting wheels. I think these are from the little Amazon kit that I got with my rotary tool from Amazon. So I'm gonna get rid of those, but I don't remember. These are always handy to have. Let me see. But the cutting wheels I'm going to get rid of. I like keeping stuff around. I do. I don't like to throw anything away, but it's to the point now where it's just I have, and I don't mean to sound like I'm bragging, but it's just I have so much stuff, and it's like I don't need that much stuff. You know, I'm at the point now where I really need to be like firm with myself to just say, hey, if I'm not going to use it or if I don't want it, let's just, maybe give it to somebody that could use it or try to make a couple of cents off of it or whatever. Because it's to the point now where, when I go to the storage unit, I'm just like, even though I'm excited to see everything, but at the same time, it's just like overwhelming to see all that stuff. So these are actually Alonzo's. Let me put that. These are for his 440. So I'm going to put this aside. Poor dude's like, do you still have that spark plug and that fuel filter that I brought over with the... I'm like, yeah, man, of course I do. So I'm going to put that aside for him. I'm going to put these... I will save these... I don't know what you call these. Shanks? I don't know. But these are always really good to have. Just, you never know. You could have different cutting wheels set up on... I don't know. These ones I won't get rid of. Especially because this one has the little like washers and the screw. And that's important. I think this might be the Dremel one. The actual Dremel brand shank. And then this one is from the cheapie set. So I'll put this aside. And we'll make this bag the to be determined but not keeping. So these bits, torque bits. Okay. So this is the clutch and on and off switch for my 2511. So that'll definitely, I'm keeping that because it's all torn apart right now. So we need to put that back on. This one I'll put here for now. This one will get put in the to be determined. This is it looks like a shell casing. It's kind of funny. It's a really cool tool, but this is actually a tool. This is to install the tank vents on the 200Ts or possibly other models. And you basically just tap it and it pushes it into the tank housing. So that's definitely going to be kept. It's an actual steel part or tool. So let's see. I guess for now, let's just start using this for storage. Put those in there. Piston stop. So that'll go, put that over here with the other piston stop. Can I remove these? Oh, I can. Oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't even messed with this box until now, but it has dividers that you can take out of. It has two removable dividers. This is the Holes Format oil seal cooler. It's basically just a steel replica. This is all just all the different pullers that it has. And then here's the actual tool. Even though it's a replica or cheaper version of the steel oil seal puller. Well, that's like a freaking seal puller. I'm just gonna call it a seal puller. Say that 10 times fast. I don't know. It feels good quality to me. I mean, I've never used the steel puller, but it gets the job done. Although I don't know. It definitely doesn't work on the 200T seals that they call the I think they call them the bake lights. Those you just have to chisel away at them and then pull them out. This will work on like 201 seals, like the newer ones with like the blue center. It's kind of like a rubber, hard rubber. But even those, I'm sure you could just pull out. But I don't know. I use this on that. These, I'll just keep in the box. And maybe what I'll do is I'll just take out the ones that like for those newer seals. I call them the newer seals. I'll just take out the smaller. I'll put those in this box. And the rest I will just store away somewhere. Also, I do kind of want to get a new tool box or bag. So this is going to go in here. These. I think these I'm going to just take out. I definitely like the little compartment box. Got it for like $6 or $7 with my discount at work, since I work at the hardware store. So these for now I'm going to put in this little bin, this little compartment. We have a smaller version, so I think I'm definitely going to pick up another 1 or 2 of these because I have a lot of hardware. And even though this is 12 compartments, I don't think I'm going to have enough. And then for like bits and stuff, and you know, I already have a place for my bit holders and extensions. I have a couple more. And let's see. So that's trash. The Farmer Tech crankcase splitter. Haven't used it since I bought it. I just had it because you never know. But if I understand correctly, this is also a steel tool replica. Heavy duty. I mean, I don't know. It's nice. This I'm gonna store away because I'm not gonna put all this on the bench. I just kind of want to keep everything accessible that I know I'm going to use, like the puller. I got my in-thread flywheel puller for like 044s, 046s, 461s, 440s, and a couple of other models. There's a couple different sizes. I need to get the bigger one for like the 880. 661s, 660s. Man, my nose is runny. I'm gonna see if I can find a peg for this and just kind of, which I do have. Don't worry about that in a minute. So like this kind of stuff. That's why I wanted something like this. This, I believe, is for, it's the mounting screws for the cylinder, for the top end. I don't remember what saw this is from, but you know, definitely important to have extras. It's got the little, the piston rod, if that's what you want to call it, and the I'm brain farting, wrist pin for it, for the clip. So that we'll just put in here. Coil connectors and washers. This is for the 200T. Could probably be used for other models. It's basically just the connector, the plastic that covers the connector, and then the washers for the 2 screws that hold on the coil or ignition module, whatever you want to call it. It can be called both, either thing. So we'll put that in there, in here. Brake band linkage, handbrake linkage for, pretty sure this is for a 500i. So that's always handy. I should probably write on what it's for, but I seem to remember right now. And you guys already saw these parts. These are just from the bin that I went through last week, and this is all stuff that I brought over because this is all stuff that could be used now. This is the little grommet and the double threaded screw that sits on top of the cylinder head for a 661, possibly other models, where the shroud screws on to. So this is nice to have. These are brand new. Is this one new? Yes. I'm already running out of containers, compartments. You guys saw this one last week, air filter base for 201. This is for the regular carb 201. Handguard screw for various models. I think this could be used for a 500i and whatever other models use this. So this is the one, this is the screw in the little spacer there, or whatever that is. So when you're putting your fan housing back on, or your pull start, this is the one that goes into the handguard itself. Either way, something very important to have, I think. So I can just go here with the screws. Fuel filters. It's for like smaller saws, 193s and 151s and whatever else. So we'll put those right there in that little compartment. Get rid of some of this stuff. Oil seal for the 461. This is the clutch side oil seal. And these are like the type of seals that the 201s run, which is what I was talking about earlier. The blue, it's kind of like it's like a rubber almost. But This one I'll put, man. At work, we sell different container boxes, like compartment boxes, and you know, I think for stuff like this, definitely need something bigger. I kind of, over time, get compartment boxes, you know, some for seals, gaskets, what else? Bearings, things like that. But, you know, that'll come with time. So for now, though, these will go. Kind of. So these are 200T bearings. They might also fit 201s, not sure. Oh! As I just dropped one on the concrete. Man. Call it a durability test. Should be okay. But that's what they look like. Lighting's kind of bad, I feel like, but the shadow, like the shadow, either way. Yeah, these are not gonna fit in here unless I take the compartments out, or the little dividers, which I'm gonna save this for the smaller stuff. These I'm gonna give them their own type of container. But like, perfect example, you know, instead of having random little things like this, baggies with random screws and whatever, that's what these are really good for. So we got a bar nut and some dog hardware. Dog nuts. He said what? This bar nut looks a little suspect. I don't think the thread is supposed to look like that. See that? So could be a sign of over tightening. And since I don't like it, I don't have a good feeling of it, I'm gonna just throw this one out. Because I'm definitely not going to put that on a customer saw, especially if I don't trust it or I don't think it looks right. And if I don't want to run it on my saw, then why would I want to put it on a customer saw? So put that off to the side. See, and things like this too, you know, model plates. This is for a 661, 651. This came with the fan housing kit that I used for Big Bertha. So these, I don't know when I'm ever going to see a 651. Could probably just sell it or put it on the store page or on our store. See if somebody wants it. I'm sure they're not that easy to come by, or maybe they are. I don't know. We'll definitely keep the 661. But these aren't going to fit in the box. And what else we got? Another oil seal for a 461. This is for the flywheel side. So these will all go into a different box along with these carburetors. I need to find, maybe get like a plastic bin for carburetors, and then get some type of compartment box or something for bearings and seals and just random parts like this, like a, you know. Um, and that's pretty much it for the bag of stuff. A random tool I don't think I'm ever going to use, but like I said, definitely not going to just throw those in the trash, because maybe somebody along the way will come and bring some equipment or a saw or something, and they might need a tool, and we can say, hey, here you go, on the house. No. Brand new scrunch, another flathead screwdriver, but I'm going to keep this one right here because it seems to have a wider flathead, and it doesn't have ridges though. But yeah, see, this one's more narrow. So this one is like a tuning one, but anyways, so I'm gonna just put that there for now. All right. Let me throw this in the garbage. This is gonna go in the garbage. This will go back in there, along with this stuff. I'm pretty sure these filler caps are good. I think these are the ones that I took off my 661, but I think I'm gonna just test them. And the way I'm gonna do that is I'm just gonna fill up the gas and the bar and chain oil, and just flip it over and see if they're good. But they seem to be okay. Keep them as a spare in case somebody needs one or whatever, like a repair or. Okay. So that settles that. So yeah, the shop is ready to go. We're ready to put saws up on the bench, but it's just the small stuff now, like doing this kind of stuff, like tools, the little stuff, like organization, and putting more, a few more tools up on the bench, which I'm going to be doing that here soon. I already have the tools. I just got to get more pegs, and this will keep out for Alonzo. I'll just put this somewhere. I think so. This is from the cheapy kit that I got with my rotary tool. At first I didn't know what these were. I don't know if any of you know what this is here, but this is actually a electric motor brush. or something for the and at first I was like, what the hell do you use that for? And until I started working at the hardware store, a customer came in, they're like, do you guys have the little brushes for the, you know, for the motors, electric motors? I'm like, what? And so that's what this is. So in case a brush went out in my rotary tool, I might keep those, but I don't know. But all these other burrs and cutting wheels, or sanding bits, grindstones, I'm going to get rid of these because these are all cheap. Like I said, I already have new sets of everything except for carbide burrs that I use for porting. So no need to keep these around. The other ones are Dremel brand, so they're better. But I will keep the little box, the little container, because I could put just put stuff in here. So this is fine. So this is a Dremel kit here, like the actual Dremel kit. It has some polishing wheels and ends, one like carbide burr, some polishing compound, grinding stones, a cutting wheel, but those are the like for like wood, or you know, but I already got a new pack of not the reinforced, but the ones that are made for cutting, so they're a lot more durable. And so this I will keep. What I do need to reinvest in, and these are cheap, they're not anything fancy or expensive, carbide burrs to port cylinders or to cut metal, or to, you know, I use them for various things, but these have seen some days, some better days. Sure, I can still get some life out of a couple of them, but they're pretty wasted or worn down. But they'll still get some stuff done. Until these are only like 15 bucks on Amazon, and I think it's like a pack of like 20 or something like that. So this will, I'll put this off to the side. This I'm going to find the spot for. Okay. All right, let's go through some more stuff. I am Team Milwaukee, but you guys already know the story behind this one here. Rags are always good to have. This still has quite a bit in it, but this tube is all messed up, and then I punctured it here with a dog or something. I forget what it was, and then but I'll keep it for now. This is trash. Sharpie's always good to have on hand. Since the bench is high enough, maybe I can get like a rolling, you know, like the rolling bins, you know, they're like Sterilite makes them, which it could be like 4 or 5 high or higher, and they roll and they're just like pull out drawers. Maybe I'll get that, something like that, for, because as much as I want to have everything up on the pegboard, but I don't want to have that much stuff. You know what I mean? I want to have certain things like a, or like a toolbox. You know, like a, I don't know, figure something out. Sandpaper. I'm gonna throw that away. It's just a little piece. I already have new paint markers, paint pens, so those I'm gonna throw away. I also have some new grease, the stuff that I actually like, Lucas Red and Tacky. So this I'll probably just toss because this is white lithium grease. So you can use this like on bearings and other stuff, but I don't know. I like the red and tack personally, so we'll just. The punch that I started off with, but I've upgraded. So that this is actually my grandfather, so I'm gonna put his stuff away or on the side. So when I go visit him next, I'll take him back his tools, and now that I, you know, gratefully have been able to, you know, get my own stuff and the stuff that I actually, well, that sounds ungrateful. That sounds like I'm ungrateful, but like, you know, just tools that I want. So like Milwaukee stuff or just whatever, you know. But you know what? I'm not knocking on the tools that I used to use because you know what? It got me going and it allowed me to get my work done and to do what I needed to do. So not knocking, but you guys get what I'm saying? You get to a point where you can like upgrade certain things and you can start kind of buy what you want or just what you prefer, essentially, you know, not because it's not good enough, it's just what you prefer. Damn. You know what? I also got a new set of pick tools, but this one I'm gonna keep because this thing right here, the 45-degree pick tool, you guys already know this is like my daily carry right here for pick tools. Like this is what I use for cleaning, and this thing has seen a lot of dirt and grime, and you know, sounds kind of goofy, but it's kind of like sentimental, you know. So I'm gonna keep this one. Dried out Loctite. This is the blue. I'll keep it, even though I like the red. I have some couple of new little tubes of the red. Not a fan of these nylon brushes because the bristles are just, you know, they're just soft. But you know what? We can use it for something probably. No, because I also got a new pack of those. I need to return this wrench and this crescent wrench here, or this whatever you want to call it. These are actually my girlfriend's. I don't know how they ended up in here. Actually, that's a lie. I do know. When I was working on that Gopher X machine. So, but this pick tool is gone. This thing is, so I'm gonna put that out, but this is gonna go, since, you know, Mr. I've upgraded my tools, some of them. All these sockets are also grandpa's too, but since I have it, I do actually have, so I need a 3/4. Oh wow, this is actually a Mac socket. Made in the USA. This is from when Grandpa was buying Mac tools from the Mac guy back in like the 80s when he was a mechanic. So I'm gonna hold on to that. These are for like the 151 and the 2511. So the sockets I'm gonna keep until. So I have a socket set that I got, but I don't know. I don't have smaller sockets other than these, but these are not gonna do much. A USA made Craftsman socket, 9/16 from the same kit. The metric is the blue, and then the red is the standard. Those are definitely gonna stick around, although I don't really ever use them, because when I do need a socket, I use my steel 8mm. But actually, no, that's a lie. I do use those sometimes for the dog hardware. Empty red Loctite, trace. Dasco punch. Best punches in my opinion. There's probably better, but these are my favorite. Put that right there. Of course, the ratchet. So these I'm gonna put away in like a little bag, so I can return those to my grandpa. Let me clean this bag out a little bit. I'm actually going to stand now because these buckets aren't so comfy right now anymore. Plus, I was the one that was just preaching like, oh, it's good to stand and it's not good to do too much sitting. All right. So these are going to go into the trace. Okay, so for now, so this I got the tool bag all cleaned out. This is actually just the carrying case for the impact driver here, but it works as a tool bag. To put these files in there for now. Put the rest of these tools in here. Looks a lot better. Put the sockets in there as well, and my bit, and these I'm going to keep out. Okay, and I guess these will go into the tool this bag for now until I figure out exactly where I'm going to put everything. You know what? I do have that rotary tool still. So I was gonna say maybe I'll just throw those brushes away. But I still have the motor. I just have to replace the cable, because if you guys forgot or don't remember, it burned up. We got CNC says hi. Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well out there. So, shop rag, I'll put that in there for now. And this case splitter, I'll just put in here for now. But the bag feels a lot better. And so at least I know I went through all the stuff. This thing could probably find a peg for it. A spare piston, crankshaft, and crankcase for a 2511. Well, the crankshaft isn't good on it because this is the one, if you guys also don't remember, I mushroomed this side of the threads. I mean, I could just probably clean up the thread, make new threads, or I don't know, somehow. This piston is still okay, not the best looking, but it'll still work. But if anything, I might just say screw the crankshaft, pull the bearings, the connecting rod, and the bearing, because that's all still good. Wheel key, that'll definitely come in handy. Case is still good. Hardware, like I said, this piston is still good. The rings are good. Maybe I can just clean it up a little bit. But this is still good, minus the crankshaft. But we'll see what we end up doing. Maybe I'll mess around one day, clean up the threads or something. And this I'll use for that. And this peg, maybe I can get away with it right here. Or here, possibly. Pretty bent. I'm glad that these were already here, these pegs. They're not expensive. I think we sell them at my job. But I don't know. I'm sure I could find them online. They're just pegboard tool pegs or whatever you want to call them. So if I close this off, I might be able to hang it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. That kind of works. Not really though, huh? Shit. Let me widen that out a little bit. There we go. That works. Maybe I can actually bring it over one too. I kind of like the better on the other side, even though it's the same wall thing, kind of. So there it is. Okay. I think that should work. That'll be fine. Sweet. I think that works. Because then, I mean, the longest thing I'll ever have on these pegs is probably maybe some handles. Maybe I'll get some loops for just for my files. And then that's pretty much everything else that I use though, scrunches, my flashlight, my bit holder extensions, or my whatever you want to call those. I think I'm gonna see if I could find some more of these loops, because I do have a few more things that I need to put up here, like some more Torx screwdrivers, and that's pretty much it. I feel like. What else? Maybe some more of these kind of pegs. I do have another set of pliers, and then some vice grips, or what are they called? Yeah, vice grips. Like I said earlier, got our first bar on our bar hook here. So bars will go on this side, chains will go on this side, and these pegs are for 20 to 25. No, basically anywhere from anything from 10 to 20 inches. So 10 to 20 inch bars and chains, and then those will be for 25 to 36. So, all right, Alonzo's 044. And then this I need to start taking apart, which actually we still have a little bit of time. I have to start getting ready to go here soon, but we can at least take this apart and then maybe add some of that hardware into little compartment box here. And then we'll put Grandpa's tools take those inside and put them in a bag. Along with my girls' wrenches here. Let's see, it's 1:20 now. I have to leave by 2 o'clock. I should probably just start getting ready to go now, which I think that's what we got to do. LBV says, all right, man, I got to get going, so you take care. LBV, I appreciate you. I actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and get going too, because it's 1:20, and I think we'll save this for another day. And then hopefully the next time we see each other, because I won't do any more live streams today, just because I'm going to be heading out for the weekend, and then I have work tomorrow. Tomorrow is my quote-unquote Monday. I'm going to go hang out with my girl for the weekend, so it's just going to be, you know, just spending time with each other and whatnot. And so if all goes well, we will see each other either Thursday or Friday or both days on my next days off. We'll have the rest of our cleaning supplies, which is just the crocodile cloths. I'll start working on Alonzo's saw. I already have a new pack of brushes, although I have this one here. But I got the ones with the little tips on the side at the end. Those are my favorite. And then some air duster, a can of air duster, because I don't have a compressor yet. And go from there. So on that note, guys, I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us, taking time out of your day to come say hello and see what we got going on. And just thank you all for all the continued love and support, especially through this, you know, transition that I've been in. But thankfully, you know, and you know, thank God for the universe. You know, we're here now. We have a really great spot to start getting some saw work done and whatever else equipment we get. But you know, we're going to be doing a lot of cool things. So but for now, happy Friday to everybody. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.